Hello, I'm Councillor Janet Jackson MBE and welcome to this virtual version of our Macclesfield Town Council Mayor Making Ceremony. Little did I know back in May 2019, when selected to be the Mayor for the 2019-2020 year, that it would end in the way it did, with a national lockdown on the 23rd of March 2020. It has been a great honour to serve as the Mayor of Macclesfield during what has emerged to be a most challenging time for us all. For the majority of my term of office, there were the usual civic events, meeting the other mayors from around the area, affectionately known as the Chain Gang, and receiving invitations from the many and varied organisations around our town. There were too many highlights to mention, with the fabulous choirs and concerts, the Remembrance Sunday Parade and the Christmas festivities, a lot of which have now been put on hold for this year. There were visits to the local primary schools. I was wearing my traditional robes and chain and telling the pupils a little about the role of the Mayor, and I was there to answer their questions. I also had a full programme of charity fundraising events, and at this point I would like to thank my two mayors' charities for their support throughout. Both are Macclesfield-based charities, which I've supported over many years. Just Drop In opened in 2001 and now situated on Duke Street, provides help for young people from the ages of 8 to 25. Speaking Up, Speaking Out, SUSO, located on Old Park Lane, supports adults with learning disabilities, helping them to socialise and take part in many and varied activities in the community. Among my many charity events were my two mayors' quiz nights, a great success and really enjoyed by everyone. Other high points were my choir concert with a Valentine's theme, my dinner accompanied by King's School Strings, and finally on the 13th of March, the Mayor's Ball. I would like to thank everyone who attended my charity events throughout the mayoral year and contributed so liberally to the charity fund. Many of the town's local independent businesses gave generously by donating a marvellous selection of raffle and auction prizes for my events. And I wish to thank them also for their fantastic support. It is solely down to the support given by everyone that, considering the lockdown and early end to my mayoral year, the fundraising resulted in such a generous amount for my two charities. A total of £7,590 was raised. Finally, I have a number of people I would like to thank. Councillor Sarah Bennett-Wake, the present Mayor, who undertook her role as my deputy with great enthusiasm and commitment, and is showing that same strength of character now as the present Mayor. Jasmine Webb for her assistance as my Mayor's cadet. Pastor Tony Tonieri, my Mayor's chaplain, who gave me much support throughout the year, and I thank him for all he does to help the young people and the homeless in Macclesfield. Harriet, the member of the Town Council team who supports the Mayor. She worked tirelessly juggling the Mayor's diary and managing the charity events, always staying in the background, but without her, things would not have run so smoothly. Thank you, Harriet. Last but not least, I must thank David, my consort, as driver and attendant for mayoral events and as chief cook and bottle washer at home, making sure the house was not too neglected. To sum up, it was a marvellous year, very busy but so enjoyable, and what made it the best time for me was meeting so many fantastic individuals who freely volunteer their time to support people in our community. Thank you.
I'm going to give you another little memento for your collection. Ex-Mayor's Medal.
Thank you. At this point, I'd like to present my husband David with his Past Consort's Medal.
Thank you.
David Jackson will now present a bouquet of flowers to Councillor Jackson MBE on behalf of Macclesfield Town Council.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm Councillor Fiona Wilson, and I'm delighted to nominate Councillor Sarah Bennett-Wake as Mayor of Macclesfield. Sarah is an active community campaigner focusing on education, libraries and shared spaces, and has worked hard to support housing for those in most need. During the current difficult times, Sarah has worked with her wife Stella to provide a food delivery service for vulnerable people from the Green in the Corner community cafe in Herdsfield. Sarah's mayoral theme is kindness, and she is a committed and thoughtful person and most appropriate to be our first citizen at this challenging time. I wish Sarah and Stella very best wishes for their term of office and know that they will be excellent representatives for our town.
The Mayor of Macclesfield, Councillor Sarah Bennett-Wake, will now read the oath of office.
I, Councillor Sarah Bennett-Wake, having been elected to the office of Mayor of Macclesfield, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil these duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I understand to observe the code as to the conduct which is expected of members of Macclesfield Town Council.
The Mayoress will now present the chain of office to the Mayor of Macclesfield, Councillor Sarah Bennett-Wake.
Thank you, Councillor Fiona Wilson, for not only nominating me as Mayor, but also for being a dear friend and encouraging me to be a town councillor in the first place. I'd like to thank the former Mayor of Macclesfield, Councillor Janet Jackson MBE, for being such a wise and helpful mentor and a successful mayor and fundraiser. Janet managed to raise a massive £7,590 for her charities Just Drop In and Suso through dinners, raffles, quizzes and balls. I think my year may be quite different. Janet was on holiday when I became Mayor last year, so it was a little bit of a baptism by fire, chairing the first council meeting. I had the honour of attending such events as Armed Forces Day, the crowning of the Silk Queen, and even a motorbike rally on Janet's behalf. Not only did Janet teach me the importance of looking part, although I could never compete with Janet's array of hats, fabulous fascinators, she's also showed me how to keep the chain on my shoulders with matching ribbons, of course. Janet also taught me how to manage an agenda and a meeting, so no meetings will go on beyond 9 o'clock, I hope. Each mayor needs a consort, and in my case, the mayoress. This role includes chauffeur, bag and umbrella carrier, and in Dave's case, carrying silver candlesticks, as he did for a charity dinner, showing off the town hall's historic silverware on the tables of mayors and deputy mayors, just in case the chains weren't enough hint. Janet once called the former town clerk Pete Turner, Mr Macclesfield, but Janet is our very own Mrs Macclesfield, chairing and sitting on various committees throughout the town, including Silk Heritage and many, many more, helping with numerous charities, for which she quite rightly deserves an MBE. So thank you, Janet. Each year the Mayor picks 2 charities to support, which is really difficult as there's so many of them. This year I've chosen Macclesfield Seals Disability Swimming Group. The Seals inspired the Mayoress and myself last year when we attended their Christmas party. It was a joy to see such a diverse community enjoying themselves and having so much fun on a shoestring budget, mainly from friends and family. So quite rightly they deserve as much money as we can raise for them. I particularly like the Seals motto of disability is not inability, and this certainly is the case when they come to ripping up the dance floor. My other charity is Create. Well, what can I say about Create? They do everything. They do groceries, they've done food deliveries, they do numerous activities for young people and the community, including a lovely community garden called the Grow Project and lots of musical stuff online for young people. They are also really helpful in sharing their vast array of expertise and experience, and I look forward to visiting them in the near future. It's really difficult to plan for a mayoral year in such an ever-changing environment, and we will do things a little bit differently this year. So we'll be using the wonders of modern technology to fundraise. We've set up a Mayor's GoFundMe page, and you can see that link across the screen now. We're also planning a Made in Macclesfield online auction with Adam Partridge Auctioneers. He's actually been on bargain hunt. So please pledge your goods and services and send your photo and descriptions to sarah.bennett@macclesfield-tc.gov.org before the 31st of January 2021. All proceeds are guaranteed to go to the Mayor's charities. And finally, each year the Mayor chooses a theme, and the theme for this year is kindness. And if ever there was a time for kindness, it is now. Kindness means being kind to yourself, thinking about your mental health, being kind to others, your neighbours, your friend, the community, and being kind to the environment. So if you can, share your food, do your neighbours' shopping, give to charities, smile at people, and wear a fabric mask. And thank you for the children at Pussbank School for reminding me that. Finally, and most importantly, I'd like to thank my family and friends and my lovely wife Stella, the Mayoress, for supporting me throughout what's been a very, very challenging year. Together we'll get through this, and we will see and hug one another again. I'd now like to nominate Councillor David Edwards as Deputy Mayor. David is the Town Councillor and Cheshire East Councillor in the neighbouring ward of Tytherington. No problem is too big or too small for David to leap to the rescue. He's a very kind and generous man and will make a brilliant Deputy Mayor. Thank you, David.
The Deputy Mayor of Macclesfield, Councillor David Edwards, will now read the oath of office.
I, Councillor David Edwards, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of Macclesfield, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code as to the conduct which is expected of members of Macclesfield Town Council.
The Deputy Mayoress will now present the Deputy Mayor's Medal to the Deputy Mayor of Macclesfield, Councillor David Edwards.
Thank you very much. I would like to introduce my wife, Natalia Belenskaya, who will be Deputy Mayoress of Macclesfield.